Okay, so this wasn't recording for some reason. Took 3 tries for this to record. I don't know what's going on with OBS. So, here we are. Welcome to Academagia, a game where we play as a student of a magical academy. Now, this is probably going to be a showcase series. It could turn into a full one depending on everything. But I want to go through everything here because I thought I did, but holy crap, for some OBS, sometimes it just makes me so angry. Anyway, so before we begin though, let me go all the way back just to show you how we do. Oh, yeah, we can start a new game, in which case I can just go over everything while this loads. So, if you guys want to check out what the channel, the CK3 videos were uploaded late last night at like 9:30 because while I was waiting for them to, be uploaded and all that, I fell asleep, and I fell asleep for like 13 hours or so, and woke up and I was like, oh, I gotta go to work, but I managed to publish those late last night, so those are up if you guys want to check them out. Anyway, here we are as our student here. Let me just put our name here as Raid Mask, and let me get a drink of water real quick. The Imperial Academy of Magic, the first and best university in all of Illumia. Less than 100 applicants are accepted every year, and they are made up of the most brilliant and best connected young people in the known world. Every summer, when the letters are sent out, children line the roads, hoping beyond hope that the post will deliver an acceptance letter to their door. In 1657, a postman placed a letter of the finest parchment, sealed with golden wax, into your hands. The sender was marked as the Academagia, number 4, Via Porta, the imperial city of Mineta. But to whom was it addressed? To us? The days passed swiftly as you celebrated the news, each morning bringing you closer to the day when you would finally be able to travel to the gates of the academy and be enrolled. You often wonder what it would be like to be a student at such a famous place, and what kind of things you would do. Alright, so here's what we do. When we choose all of our abilities backgrounds here, we have 10 points to place. We can place 5 in our stats. Now, as I've gone through this, talking for like 25 minutes going through over everything, and I don't know if I have it in me to do it again, so I'll just, TLDR when we get to them. I think we want to be more of a physical type or mage. I don't know. I've never played this. I don't know if that's even like a thing we could do. I know there's physical and combat stuff, but monster fighting, I guess. But I do want to put 1 in luck and 1 in insight. So we have 8, because insight is always good in my opinion. Now, students come to the academy from all over Illumia, sometimes even beyond. The sounds of many languages can be heard in its halls, and the libraries are full of books written in every corner of the world. So, now we have 3 options here, and of 3 different kinds. Omens, heritage, astrology, like birth sign, where we're from, and some kind of omen. Now, we are going to be the Midnight. And you see these went away, except for the comet for some reason. By selecting this background, you gain a random skill level in each of the 6 magical arts. So, you gain in each, so 1 in every one, so that's always good. And I think I chose... I think I might have chosen the heritage. I think we might not choose it this time around. 3 observation, 2 debate, and 1 willpower. I did choose one of these though that I actually really liked. Insight attribute by 1 and your theory of negation by 2. See, here we go. This increases our strength and courage. Archery, wrestling, and command. 3 sons. I think maybe we want to do, where was it? I don't know if we want to do this because the theory of negation, because I actually rather like that. It's like wards and counteracting spells. Being a more physical fighter would probably be good for that. Your brute strength and your courage skills are increased by 1. You know what? We'll choose that one instead. And then we have our every great mage begins with their family, fathers and mothers, brothers and sisters, as well as friends and extended family. All can influence a person. So then we have family, history, and station. Now I think I chose well-to-do, I think. Gain +2 in each of 3 random skills. You also start the school year with a bi-weekly allowance. We might not do that one this time around, because I think now that I've looked through everything, we might have a better option. Black Sheep. 2 in confidence. Gray Robbers. Gain +2 character, ethics, yeah. I don't think we want to do anything with family. The Secret Heritage. By selecting this background, you gain knowledge of and visitation rights to a location of whose occupant can help you become a master of Gates magic. Okay, honestly, I didn't see that before. You'll gain 1 to 3 random magical skills. We could be descended of royalty. Yeah, from heroes. Gain +1 luck and +1 glory. And however you suffer with -2 stress maximum. Descendant of traders, -2 relationship with 10 random students. Additional skill point to spend on backgrounds. Famous campaigners. Locally notable. Merchant. Nobility. Wealthy. I think maybe if we did do that, we could do the well-to-do and still have. You know, let's be a well-to-do. Then we have, in the early years of childhood, you got into so many adventures and mischief. What sort of things did you do? Apologies for the loud music. I have not been able to get to the options to turn it down yet. Scholarship. What did we choose last time? Calm, lonely sentinel. Your relationship with a young lady named Gwendy Zudair. Also 1 strength and 1 hunting and scouting. By selecting this background, you gain a lasting 15% chance of failure. The town's pageant. Tricks of the wizards. Alright, here we go. Prodigy. By selecting this background, you gain +1 endurance, +1 strength, and a lasting 5% increase to your chance of success in hostile actions. Center of attention. Debate master. Curiosity. Negation. Mathematical genius. Life of avarice. Physical. Spiritual. Denegate. I think maybe we want to do Battleborn. And then we can always come back, because we can go back and change things if we so desire. Often, a child's education might be nothing more than what they were taught by their family, but some children had the benefit of apprenticeships, schooling, or even a tutor. What kind of education did you have? Alright, so we have options of academies that we can go. This is a military academy somewhere. Or there was when I was looking at it. I think it actually changes. Oh, that's cool. By selecting this... Oh, here you go, the officer school. School of Magic. Local wizard. You gain 1 in each of 4 random incantation skills. Page. Student at arms. In the kitchen. Here we go, tutoring. 6 levels and random war skills. I think I like that. And then we can do 6 random magical skills are increased by 1. And then we can, like I said, I think we're probably gonna go back and get rid of one of these things. But we get to choose a familiar. One of the hallmarks of becoming a mage is bonding with a familiar. Although some mages never bond with an animal, that is very rare. Familiars are too good of helpers and companions to do without. We're going to choose, obviously, the exotic one. You'll take an unusual familiar, a representative of one of 21 breeds and species not particularly common in Illumia's magic-wielding set. He or she will come with his or her own name with a unique set of talents. Talents with a friendship that'll endure until death. So we'll choose that. At last, the day has come when you must begin your journey to the Academagia. You gather up all your luggage and look around one last time, anything you might have missed. And this one we skipped because I didn't like anything really of this. Along your journey to the gates of the Academy, whether long or short, you had the chance to get into many adventures and possibly met new friends. See, now might be a time to go back and see if I can change one of these. Because maybe one of these is useful. Did I choose one before? I think I chose friendship with random students, in which case we don't need it. So there we go. So now we get to choose our classes, I should say, and what school we were from. I chose Aranaz. It's known for its pursuit of perfection, order, and power. But yeah, let's go for all this. Motto, beware, courtesy. Vernon, motto, prepare. College is known for its artificers, mercantile acumen, and resourcefulness. Friendship is the treasure. Known for its affinity with familiars, nature, and friendship. Known for its secret glamours, illusions, and enchanters. Speak quietly of riddles. Known for its powerful incantations, quick abilities at creation, and the penchant for destruction. Wherever the foe. Which would be good if we wanted to focus more on, like, whole magical. But like I said, I think we chose more of the physical student. Earth, agricultural nature, and the powers of denial against draconic magic. Courage and hope. Known for its seers, luck, and stubbornness. Tyranny shall not prosper. And then, like I said, Aranas. The college remains, however, and is known for its pursuit of perfection, order, and power. Actually, let me take a look at Avila again. Who's queen over and famed for her part in the beginning of the revolt against the dragons. Known for its seers, luck, and stubbornness. We do have some luck. Alright, so I'm kind of actually, I don't know if this actually really matters where we were from. I guess if we chose, what? Discoveries, yeah, here we go. Friendship with random students. Actually, bitter hatred. By selecting this background, you gain 2 points of stress and ensure that your relationship with a random, more vigilant student will start off suffering a 5-point increase. In return, you'll gain 1 background point. Interesting. So that's like a free one we could get. Do we want to do that though? An extra background point could actually be useful. I wonder if there's any other free ones we could have chosen. We can choose a family of black sheep, descendant of traders. And that makes people start with a -2 relationship with 10 random students. So we can get some background points. By selecting this background, you ensure that your parental approval level, the score that sets your allowance, will never rise above 0. Hmm. Having some background points actually might be good. Deed negated. Oh, yeah. Bad luck magnet. Yeah, I'm assuming, yeah. Those are free. In return, yeah. During the course of your travels, you happen to encounter another would-be student. At first, it seemed like the kind of funny coincidence from which friendships are often made, but well, first this kid took your lunch by accident. Then you got the last passenger berth on a 3-day airship ride, leaving no sleeping space for your peer, but a thin pile of straw. So then this kid starts spreading rumors that you had speeding lice and had to be quarantined. Oh, so... You hate that stubborn, useless idiot, and the feeling is reciprocated. So we could have a rivalry. Yeah, Matt. See, that gave us an extra point. Interesting. In which case, yeah, let's put one in the fitness. Are we a jock? I just realized, are we actually a jock? Huh. Alright, well, I guess we are. Seers, luck, and stubbornness. Why not, right? And now we get to choose our classes here. I want to choose negation. Counteracting spells and establishing wards. Athletics, yes. Oh, if we choose something like this. Oh. Calligraphy and history are chosen already. Astrology and geometry. What does calligraphy do? People... Honestly, I don't know. Dialect. Morbidus. Vision and zoology. Athletics, incantations, and music. So I guess we could choose more. No, calligraphy and history, why not? Negation, athletics, enchantment, dialectic, rhetoric, you know what, let's do negation, incantation, dialectic, and athletics. And we get to choose who we look like. So here we are. There is us. And... oh, we get to choose our... your familiar's name. What's a good magical-ish name? I just had it. You know what? We'll just name him Meister. Based off of, you know, World of Ice and Fire stuff. Is that not good? Can I not name him that? Type name of click? Oh. I don't know. Must be pretentious. The Magus click. Ready to mask. So here it is. Past the disturbingly huge city of Mineta, past the famous gates of the Academagia, past days of sunburn and nights of motion sickness, and all the other pleasures of traveling in a hurry, you find yourself in your new home. Big warm dorm room with a sickly sweet smell, and the window view of a big stretch of grass and churned mud. That's probably an athletic field. A good place to rest, but otherwise, well, just a room. Your oldest friends, your old life, all of them, are somewhere else. You're at the Academagia to learn magic. You're not going to just stand here feeling lonely. There are a couple of boxes waiting for you in front of your armoire. Some tiny amount of stuff inside them came from home, but the rest is of the school. Textbooks, uniform, robes, gods only know what else. Putting them away will be work, and you're not in the mood just yet. You want to see magic. You want to see kids your own age. You want to see kids your own age using magic to fight pirates. It's at this point that you notice a letter on your bed. Tips from the room's last occupant. Right? You skim it. You can change the plans on your calendar to determine what you're going to do in a day. Check. If strange things happen around you, you shouldn't be afraid to fail. Failing teaches you new skills. A bit bleak, but fine. Train in skills to improve them one step at a time. Good. Study. I don't want to click it just in case it does tell us that. For classes at the same time in order to excel at tests. Ugh. Familiars, bonds, whatever. Burning things. Burning things is interesting. Suddenly you're interrupted by an adult voice, magically amplified and booming from, well, somewhere. Attention, students. The wyverns are under control. I repeat, the wyverns are under control. However, for your own safety, please avoid making eye contact with the pirates, as they are under a particularly unhelpful glamour. 3 demerits for Miss Costin's college. Their behavior can be difficult to predict. The situation should be resolved shortly. Well, this is your new life. Alright, well, let's take a look at this. We have 2 stress, 4 vitality, 2 luck, 2 insight, no intelligence, 3 strength, 2 in fitness. Alright, moon, click, lore context. Do I click space? Oh. Right then, you take a seat by the windowsill while Meister. Yeah! What the type of muffler? I mean, it's not bad. It's a little cute. Not a big fan of the nose, but... Hello, new student. My name is Jareth Tolman, and your dorm room here was mine this time last year. Sorry about the smell. Making your own candy isn't as easy and splatter-free as they'd make you think. Stupid candy liars. Anyway, I'm gone. By the time you read this, I've gone back home. It's a long story. It involves pirates, and you're probably better off not knowing it. And look, I know you're going to get a mentor by the end of your first day, and maybe it'll be a good one. Mine just made me carry her books and told me to keep my eyes open, though, so maybe not. For what it's worth, here's what I wish someone had told me at the start. In one of the boxes the college set out for you, you're going to find a calendar. It'll show you a week of your life at a time. And the people who run the school have already set it out for you. 5 days a week they want you going to class, then going to class again, and then resting. And sure, you can do that. At the start of every single day, though, you have the option of changing your plans. Change any and all entries you like. Instead of going to class, you can try to cast a spell. Instead of resting, you can go on an adventure. If you go overboard, they'll make you pay. But the most part is no one's going to force you to do anything, up until you validate your actions. Our funny way of saying, walk out the door, committing yourself to the day's choices. Your imagination is the limit. Is there, like, options? Menu. Turn off the music, please, right now. Huh. Alright. Maybe you'll just refer to the letter in your inventory from here on. Keep reading. Gary's been good to you so far. Why not? Garrett continues. The most interesting and unpredictable things will hit you when you're not trying to do school stuff. Let's say that up front. Random events will just wander up and smack you on the side of the head while you're in the middle of your own business. And you'll probably go out looking for adventures, which usually continue off and on for days at a time. What both have in common is that they're going to challenge you. You'll find a problem, you'll think of 2 or 3 ways you might get around it, or maybe you'll investigate and find a better choice, and you'll make a choice. Here's one of the better places where I went wrong. It's fine if you make mistakes. You're young. You're magical. The world is your oyster, or whatever seafood you like. If you fail a challenge, sure, you'll get stressed out, or confused, or even beaten up. But you also learn enough about the skill you tried to use to be able to train in it. If you succeed, you'll learn stuff and find stuff and impress people and become super awesome and all the rest. But I figure that goes without saying. Keep on reading. Oh, I think that's it. Oh. Training is a big deal, and you can find it listed as a choice on your calendar under Action. Here, too, learn from my lousy example. I didn't do enough. There are hundreds of little skills out there for a kid to master, and some of them combine together to make big skills. So, like, if you learn about hiding and lying and working lockpicks, you're going to find out you're learning how to be a spy. Learning about baking and being a greengrocer and learning recipes, you're learning how to be a cook, right? Right. Now, when you train, you take a step forward, mastering whatever little skill you can choose. Some skills take more steps than others because they're harder and because, well, maybe they're intelligent skills and you're kind of a moron. If so, hey, me too. Or maybe they're skills that require finesse and your strengths are of the mind. Whatever. Work at any skill long enough, though, and you can get it to its maximum. Usually around level 10. No matter how dense or clumsy you might be. By the way, if you want to give yourself number scores, well, let's talk about your skill with music. If you can read notation like a 3, you have a voice of like a 2, play harpsichord like a 1, and all your other music skills are at 0, you're a level 1 musician. The level of the parent skill is always that of the weakest of your 3 best sub-skills, which, yeah, is unfair a lot of the time. Sorry about that. This is a lot of talking. Or maybe there's skills that require finesse in your strength. Oh, yeah. Right. Yes, still more useful than not. Thank you, Gara. Anyway, back to training. A good place to start is what we call the school survival skills. Making the most of your natural curiosity. Getting to know your familiar. More on that in a minute. Learning to study effectively. Learning to keep the other kids from making your life miserable. All good stuff. Some of those little skills can also teach you enough to train other skills. Or show you how to pull off cool actions or complicated abilities. So getting good enough to general social skills will let you learn how to guide conversations, or listen to a friend grumble for hours at a time without yawning. A schoolyard education will teach you how to throw a punch without breaking your hand, that kind of thing. I know, it sounds complicated, I promise though, once you start to pick it up fast. Alright, sorry, I just had a... We're more than halfway there. Ah, that Gara's a good soul. You're even starting to get used to the smell in your dorm room. Is it still, like, night? Alright. Right? What else? Oh, for the record, training isn't the same thing as studying. They're separate actions. Basically, training teaches you how to use the skill. Studying teaches you how to talk about a subject in class to get good grades. You'd think they'd be the same thing, but they're not. All classes will actually train you off and on in various skills. All you have to do is sit in your desk every day. Studying you have to do outside of class. It raises your study level, and the study level is a big part of how well you're going to do on tests. The good news is that every class only has the one study level. It's not like skills, where you have to train in 3 at a time to raise a parent skill level. You can be the most amazing glamour skill wizard in all of Illumia, And if your study level is 1, you're just going to choke when it comes to writing out what you know how to do. Alternatively, there are people out there who can't cast a single spell without breaking their fingers, but can end a year of glamour classes with 102%. Here's a basic tip. To get the best grades in your classes, make sure your main skill and your study levels are all at 5. By the start of your 4th month in school, which should be Shellmare unless they've really moved the calendar around, make sure they're all at 10 by the end of the academic year. So come Shellmare, if you're taking incantation, you're going to want 3 of your 4 incantation sub-skills at 5, and you want your study level at 5. Simple. Alright, 2 more left. Oh. The end is in sight. Now, I said earlier I'd come back to familiars. Actually, wizards capitalize that word in formal settings to so familiars. Most kids get them early. Dogs or cats start following them around, and then those dogs and cats start getting more and able to understand humans. Here's the thing. Magic is weird. If you don't have a familiar now, something will probably find you. You may not like what comes looking, but neither one of you is going to have much choice at first. Something to do with the ley lines and imbalanced reactions, and who knows. The connection between you and your familiar is called a bond, and you can kind of treat it like a skill. You can train it. What we call the bond of iron has to do with the physical connection between you and your whatever it turns out to be. As iron goes up, it just means as one gets more physically capable, the other's likely to do the same. The bond of silver is the same, but with brainy stuff. Bond of stars is, I don't know, fate, astrology, not my subject. The parent skill for those 3, like the skill of being a spy to hiding, lockpicking, and lying, is just called bond. May kill me. It definitely may kill me. One more reading session. Just one. Then Gara's behind you. Snowing, waning, second quarter. There's a lot more you'll pick up. Exploring will inform you of new locations, all of which give you either temporary bonuses or new things to do. Just be warned, if you're exploring where you don't have visitation rights, there's a chance you'll be discovered and get in trouble. You'll build relationships, you'll make friends, and those friendships will make some things easier for you. You'll annoy people, fight duels, you'll obviously learn about spells and themes. That's kind of the point. Maybe you'll even run into pirates and monsters. I kind of hope you don't, for your own sake, but, well, from the time the first dragon reared its evil head, it seems like humanity's hope haven't always counted for very much. Anyway, take care of the room, please. I always liked it. Yours in magically burning things, Gara. That's it? No more Gara? Ah, well, time to meet the school. Alright. And with that, we are done for this episode. I don't know how to save. Is it in the menu? I'll figure out how to save, and we'll figure out where to go from there. But I hope you guys enjoyed my immense talking and everything else. So check everything else on the channel. Leave a like if you like, leave a dislike if you dislike, but tell me why, and I shall see you all later.